Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of How to Play Vietnam by Victory Games. This is the finale. I have become more and more irregular as time has gone on. This was originally a COVID lockdown project, and in New Hampshire in the United States, we were only locked down for 2 months. So, as we got back to work, my progress on making the videos slowed down. So, this is going to be the finale, and I'm making this the last episode for two reasons. One is because I really don't have the time to keep these series up, and two, GMT is releasing a updated version of Vietnam by Victory Games. It'll be very similar to the game you've been learning, Vietnam by Victory Games. So. You should be able to use these videos to learn to play the GMT version. So in this finale, what I'm going to go over is pacification. There's a lot of things that I haven't gone over. This could be a never-ending project, but instead I'm just going to go over pacification and just say that'll be the end. So with pacification, we're going to focus on three provinces. We're going to look at An Xuan, Bac Liu, and Ba Xuan. An Xuan, Bac Liu, Ba Xuan. So, when you're doing pacification, we typically, and you can see that we do everything by hand when we play. So, this is... a lot of people use computers, spreadsheets, etc., or just play online with Vassal. But that is we're very old school. So this is the way that this is the chart that came with the game. So let's look at Ba Xuan first. So Ba Xuan's the furthest one away. So we're looking at Ba Xuan. It's right here. I'll move it up a little bit. So the first thing we have to do is we have to see what the population, how much population is controlled by South Vietnam. Right now it's 0. So Ba Xuan is very much in love with this idea of of overthrowing the South Vietnamese government. So there's 0 controlled and a population of 9. So we go on to our chart. We look population of 9, 0 controlled. So we're going to use the first column in the second chart. So there's 2 charts, left chart and the right chart. So we'll be on column 1 of that chart. We also consider what the South Vietnamese morale is. So right now in our game, the South Vietnamese morale is 150. So that entitles, having a hard time getting that right, but that entitles us to a column shift, 1 to the right. So we'll be out rolling on column 2. So now we got to consider our modifiers. If we look at Ba Xuan, Ba Xuan covers this area here. There's a capital, and then there's a town here. So we're going to roll the dice, and there's no positive modifiers to the die roll on this. So there's only going to be negative modifiers. So we're looking at NLF unit, which occupies a town. So that's going to be a net modifier of -2 to the die roll. We roll the dice. We get an 8. 8 minus 2 is 6. We look at our chart here. We go down to 6, and there is no change. So they're sitting at 0 right now, and they're going to stay at 0. So now we're going to move to Bac Liu. So you'll see that the capital of Bac Liu is captured, and there are 2 NLF units sitting there. There's also a free fire marker in that province, and there's a unit on the border. So with the units on the border, each unit, well, first of all, units that are not in rice paddies or towns or capitals are worth a half a point of die roll modifier each. So this guy by himself is not going to be worth anything. But there's a decision to make. The US player gets to decide which province that VC unit is in. So the US player will decide that the unit is in Bac Liu. Cannot be counted twice, only once. And the US player gets to decide which province it's in. So let's look at the modifiers. So each unit in the capital is worth -2. The captured capital is worth -1. So the marker itself is worth a -1, and each unit is worth -2. There's a free fire there for another -2. So we're looking at -2 for free fire, -4 for 2 units in the capital, and -1 for the captured capital. So that is -7. -7.5 because the US put that unit in Bac Liu, but you need a full unit you need a full modifier for it to matter. So it's just going to be -7. So now we look at Bac Liu. So Bac Liu, it's got a population of 7. Go all the way across, 7 plus. 7 plus control. So that's going to be 7 out of 7. So we're going to be on the first table here. 7 out of 7 is all the way to the right. The morale would shift it another one right, but we lose that bonus. And then we roll the dice. 3. So we're doing -7 to that. So I think we're going to hit the bottom of the table. So 3 minus 7 is going to be -4, which is right at the bottom of the table. So we're on the rightmost column here. And we're going to go down 4. So the system here, some people find it confusing, but I never found it confusing having studied computer science. I'm like, well, it's just a base 3. So we're going 7 plus, and we're going down 4. So the first notch down is 7 flat. The next notch down is 7 minus. The next notch down is 6 plus, and then the next notch down is 6 flat. So we're going to go straight from a 7 plus to a 6 flat, where 6 flat means that the US player now controls 6 out of 7 of the population of Bac Liu. All right, now we're going to look at Anxuan. So this unit here was declared to be, by the US player, to be in Bac Liu, so he doesn't contribute. There is a captured capital marker here. So that means that during this campaign season, the NLF player had undisputed control of this capital. And then at some point, the US player forced him out. So we still get the -1 as an applicable die roll modifier for pacification in Anxuan, even though the NLF is gone. So let's take a look at Anxuan. Anxuan's at the top of our chart. There's 5 people that live there. And right now the South Vietnamese player controls 0 of them. So we look at it's 5. I forgot already. 5. So there's 5 people live there. Not 5 literal people. And the U.S. player controls 0. Shift 1 to the right because of favorable morale. And now we're going to be on column 2, rolling 2 dice, subtracting 1 from the die roll. Rolls a 4. So, 4 minus 1 is 3. So that's a 2 shift. Xuan is at 0 minus, so it doesn't move at all because 0 minus is as low as it can go. The shaded results on the chart are population lost by South Vietnam, and the unshaded is population gained by South Vietnam. So I hope that this video series has been helpful, and as I say, this is the last one. And what else can I add to that? I want to thank everybody for subscribing and liking my videos. It gives me the inspiration to keep doing it, but not enough to keep on beyond here. So be well, and thank you for watching.